What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Back in the gym, new week, new goals. Working chest today, push workout. I have my bench blocks, I have my slingshot. So let's go in here, let's get right into it. I'm sweating pretty good. I don't know if you can tell. Not for reals. Sweating pretty good. Carson, it's like 85 out here in Burbank. Shout out to Burbank Athletic Club for always letting me film in here and being just awesome people. Super nice to me. Yeah, shooting a commercial tomorrow for Planet Fitness. We'll talk about that later today, maybe. And I'll bring you guys with me tomorrow as much as I possibly can. But for today, let's go put in some work. Alright guys, hit my last warm-up set here on the 2-board press. So over the past few weeks and maybe even months, I've been widening my grip on the bench. I have really long arms, which allows me to do well on deadlifts, but on the bench I have to drive that weight so far. So I'm widening my grip a little bit, and this is the first time I've ever gone as wide as I'm actually going today. I'm actually going middle finger on the power rings. So the widest I've ever gone previously has been pinkies on the power ring. So just slowly inching that grip out to shorten that range of motion. For me, if you have long arms, man, maybe you could try that as well. Doing the 2-board press, this will be my last warm-up set. And quick shout out to Josh Hancock. I'm really forcing that shelf with my upper back and my shoulder blades, and I'm really trying to, if you watch any of his videos, I'll link him in the description below, but you'll see how he sets up, and he really gets underneath the bar. He really creates an amazing show, and it allows him to, among other things, bench a lot of weight. So I'm trying to implement that in my training as well, and have a better setup. I think the setup is where it all begins, obviously. So if you have a bad setup, whether it be in your deadlift, your squat, your bench, or any exercise, it's going to take more effort to get it back into the right groove, if that makes sense. So spend some time working on your setup specifically. So over the hundreds and thousands of reps that you do with that particular exercise, you never have to think about, you know, all the other things that come into play. You know exactly what feels right, and you've done it so many times, it's muscle memory. Anyways, gonna hit this last warm-up set. I'll show you, and then we'll get into my working sets. First working set is going to be with 255. As of now, working off of triples. So we're going to try to hit 255 for a triple. Alright guys, here with my first working set, 255 on the 2-board with my new widened grip. Middle fingers on the power rings, and it felt pretty good. As you guys know, I'm trying to widen my bench grip and just shorten that range of motion. Also, as you can see in all these clips, really working on my setup. Here, however, I slid too far back and I actually hit the rack on this first rep. Boom! But did not lose focus and struggled but got all 3 reps. This is my final set of 3. Did 3 sets of 3 with 255, and things moved pretty well on all of these sets. Again, getting used to that wider grip, and I think over time, as I build strength with that wider grip, it's going to make a big difference on how much weight I can actually bench. Now, point that needs to be made. Put on the slingshot, dropped it to 255, and grabbed the bar as wide as I had been without the slingshot. Now, if you have ever worn a slingshot, it very much pulls your elbows into your sides, which is not a bad thing. However, with this extra wide grip, it was very, very uncomfortable. So, on my second set, I moved my grip in to one thumb from the knurling. So I know it looks like pinkies on the power rings because it is very close to that, but it is actually one thumb's length from the knurling. And instead of doing 3 reps, I was able to hit 8. So it made a huge difference and felt a million times better on my shoulders. With the super wide grip and the slingshot, it was not a good combination for me. So definitely note that if you're doing slingshot work, that you might want to move your grip in slightly to work with what that slingshot is trying to do. Check out the setup on this. I went straight Josh Hancock, going all the way through, and I think I tore something in my left shoulder. I'm just kidding, but it was not comfortable. So I ended up only doing, well, actually these are my last 2 sets of bench. So I did 185 for 2 sets of triples, but poking all the way through like that was just not comfortable. I'm more comfortable just arching on the bench and hitting my set. So Hancock must just have some crazy mobility going on. Anyways, stay tuned for some descriptions on what I use and why I use it. What's going on, guys? Back from the gym and the store. Oh, and it feels good. I got some water at the store. I get these giant things, set them in the fridge, and then, I shouldn't put that on my face. Then, when I am thirsty, I just pull this guy out, boom, fill up all my water. So, I use that instead of bottles because out here in California, you basically have to recycle. Like, you get charged, if you buy a case of waters, you get charged like $1.50 extra, just out of nowhere. You can get it back if you go recycle, but it's kind of a hassle. So just to avoid doing that, I get these 2.5 gallon containers and just fill up a glass. If I was back home, however, I'd probably get bottles because it is easier to track how many bottles you drink versus how many glasses. If you want to be exact on getting a certain amount of water in or whatever. If you're just filling up a cup, it's, I don't know, sometimes you fill it higher than others, but with bottles, they're all the same. So if you don't get taxed crazy for bottles of water, then you might just want to stick with the bottles of water. Anyways, workout went really, really well. And actually, I want to real quick kind of show you guys some of the toys that I use, or that I used today. Tell you why I use them and tell you how I got them. Now, a lot of exercises I didn't shoot today. It was really crowded, and I personally don't care to watch someone work out for 20 minutes on YouTube. So I don't film myself working out the entire time and then edit together a 20-minute video of me working out, or at least I try not to. I try to talk to you guys as much as I show clips of me working out, because otherwise it's just boring. I mean, you can watch a million guys work out, but it's much more fun to hear them speak, because that's where I think you can gain the most knowledge. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that I want to show you guys some of the toys that I use. First off, I'll start with my wrist wraps. Now, I have been wearing wrist wraps since pretty much as long as I can remember when it comes to my workouts. I used to just wear them when I bench, but then I started wearing them just every time I was in the gym. So no matter what I'm doing, I will have something on my wrist. Now, I have 2 wrist wraps. One is not as strong, I guess you could say, and I will wear that when I do deadlifts and sometimes when I do squats, because I don't really need the strength of these gangsta wraps. Now, I have done a review on these things. These are the 36-inch gangsta wraps. And thank you so much to Mark Bell and the entire crew up there at Super Training for sending me these pair. I absolutely love them. If I ever need another pair of wrist wraps, I will definitely get some more of these. They are simply incredible. I've never had anything on my wrist that was this sturdy and strong. Like I said, I have made a review for these on my channel, so if you want to check that out, you can. But in short, if you're looking for wrist wraps, some that are going to last for a long time and are actually going to make a difference, I truly think these make a difference in my lifting. If nothing else, they just give me more confidence that I don't have to worry about anything. Like, my wrist is never going to hurt after any workout when I wear these. So again, 10 out of 10 for my gangster wraps. Now, in my first exercise, I did board presses. I use this incredible thing called a bench block. You can get yours at benchblocks.com. Now, I actually paid for this, but it was money well spent. It's very durable. I think I've done a review on this, maybe not. It's very durable, high density foam, and there are cutouts for the bar. So this would be your 2 board. Let's see, it looks like this would be your 3 board. This would be your 4 board, this slot, and that slot is going to be your 5 board. Now, I really don't use the 4 and 5 boards because I would be pressing the bar like 5 inches, and I don't really know why I need to be pressing it 5 inches. But I do use the 2 and 3 board. I wouldn't say a lot, but enough to make a difference in my training. Today I did the 2 board for triples, and it felt really, really good. So if you want to do board pressing, which is going to help your lockout and also just be a variation of the bench press, then I highly recommend this because you don't need anyone to use it. You just fit it onto the bar and go to work. You don't have to have someone holding actual wood on your chest. That's bench blocks. Now, after that, I'm a big fan of everything that comes out of Super Training Gym. All their products are insanely made as far as quality goes, and they're just very functional. They're very usable for a benefit that you will see and feel immediately. They're not like gimmicky, if you will. Anyways, you guys have seen this. Haven't really done a review on it, but this is Mark Bell's Slingshot, and I know you guys have seen many guys using this. Basically, you put your arms through these loops and bench. As you bench, this will stretch over your chest, and it doesn't stretch too much, but with weight it does. And as you press up, it kind of rebounds. It helps you get out of the bottom position. But once it comes off of your chest, so maybe right here, that's going to be all you. It's not going to help you with the lockout. It's simply going to help you get it off your chest. You can carry a little bit of momentum through that to help overload your lockout. So I like using these. When I say these, I like using the bench blocks and the Slingshot hand in hand because they essentially are focused on working the same thing, and that is the top half of the bench press, the lockout. So those are a few of the toys that I used today in my workout, and if you don't have access to those, then that's fine. You don't need them. But they definitely make things more fun. They definitely switch things up. And if you are in the market of, buying something that will help your training, specifically your bench press training, I highly recommend the bench blocks and the Slingshot. They're both very fun to use. And anytime you can change things up, not only is your body going to respond to it differently, but your mind is going to be more excited with it. It's like when you're growing up, and there's like a new toy, or not a new toy, but like a new piece of equipment on the playground. Like everybody's just going like crazy, like this is the coolest piece of equipment on the playground, everybody's wanting to use it. It's kind of like that, so you kind of get hyped up when you use different things. Anyways, Planet Fitness commercial tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I'm going to try to bring you guys with me as much as I can, and I believe that's going to conclude this video. You know, it's been a while since I've recorded, because I got sick for so long. You guys know that. Kind of took a break from shooting. So getting back into it, it almost feels like foreign. So I'm trying to get reacclimated to shooting and reacclimated to everything. This video I know had a lot of voiceover. A lot of times I like to just speak at the gym as things are happening, but I'm about to do the voiceover right now, so it's still fresh on my mind, so you guys are getting what I was getting in the moment during those lifts. Anyways, overall workout felt pretty good. I'm gonna change things up with my squat and my deadlift workouts this week. Last week I didn't even hit deadlifts because remember Tuesday's workout when I squatted for the first time in like a month? Yeah, I wrecked myself. I could not walk the next day. And I'm still, like, when I touch my hamstrings specifically, they're still sore. And it's the following Monday, so it's been a full 6 days since I've even touched my legs. So I can't do that. And I'm gonna leave you with that point. Make sure you are not wrecking yourself in your training, specifically early in the week, if you plan on hitting that again later in the week, because you simply can't. If you want to do 2-a-days, or if you want to hit a muscle multiple times in a week, you really have to be smart with how you train it. You can't go to extreme failure and then push beyond failure and then think that your body can recover in 24 or 48 or really even 72 hours if you just obliterate it. I mean, it takes time for those muscles to recover, and that's assuming that your diet is on point and your sleep is on point and you're not too stressed out with your life. All those factors limit how fast you recover. So there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot more that goes into it if you want to be the best, and if you want to be elite, and if you want to be in the top 1% of all the people who lift weights. There is a lot that goes into it. So make sure you're taking that into consideration in your training. If you want to start doing more frequency, you have to adjust the intensity. You just can't go 120% every single workout to a heavy failure or a heavy max, because you will not recover, and you simply it will take away from later in the week's workout. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or if you want to see anything in particular, let me know. Comment below, shoot me a message. I'm at 99 subs. I'm stoked about that. Thank each and every one of you. That's just awesome. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I hit 100, but it's just cool. Anyways, sorry I'm like going mad hard on this callus because it's like tearing off. So I'm about to have a protein shake and shower because I'm disgusting. Then I'm gonna work on the computer for a little while. I think I'm going to start editing this video, voice it over. And for dinner, I'm gonna have chicken and rice. I've been using my rice cooker, by the way. This is so long. Thanks for just hanging out with me. I've been using my rice cooker, by the way. It's the easiest thing in the world. And I need to make a video of me just showing you guys how easy it is in case you're interested in one. But until then, if you are interested in one, just get one. They're pretty cheap off Amazon, and they're so easy. I have chicken and rice like every single night. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching. Work hard. Stay humble. And that's all. God bless.